What's up, Moto Buddies? Mike here from Taco Moto Co. One of the frequent questions we get asked is what makes the 24 version of the Enduro bikes, the plated Enduro bikes, unique and specific regarding turn signals and headlight. And that would be the KTM EXCF line, the Husqvarna FE, and then the Gas ES. Any of those bikes are going to share the same electronic package. And why it's unique and different than the 23 is the way that KTM has reconfigured the way the headlights work, the turn signals. Those electronics are all new, and it essentially boils down to the new generation PDM module, power distribution module, that KTM calls the OCU, the off-road control unit. This device right here controls lighting functions, turn signals, and then it also acts as the turn signal flasher. If you remember back in previous days, you had a remote and standalone turn signal relay flasher, and that flashed the turn signals at their specific pulse rate. And now all of those functions and the other ones I mentioned are handled inside this little module. So let's take a look at how this affects the lighting system. Before I do, though, the one thing that does carry over from the previous generation bikes would be the tidy tail light itself. So this lighting, the pinout configuration here was introduced in 2017, and that carries forward all the way to today. So 17 through 24 use this tail light, but only the 24 use this module, like we described, and then the 17 through 23. In fact, this turn signal flasher relay goes all the way back to, gosh, I don't know, since they first started using turn signals on bikes back in like '02, I think. So how our new for 24 system works is we have an all new lighting control switch. And what we had to do is we had to modify the internal electronics on this switch to accommodate the off mode. So if you plugged in a switch from a previous generation bike, not a 24, not one of the new 24 specific Taco Moto switches, but any switch from anyone else or any of the previous generation, even a Taco Moto switch from previous generation, the off button will not work. The light will stay on all the time. You'll get a low and a high, but you won't get off. So to accomplish that, we had to modify the switch itself. And then we had to create a new relay control module here, and that interrupts the light. So one end goes into the bike itself, one end goes to the headlight. And so now with this specific setup, when you go to off, the headlight goes to true off function. And you only get that when you run the Taco Moto combination. You have to have both of these pieces to get it to work. We talked about the turn signal flash rate. And so here we've got some Taco Moto turn signals, and why I like these a lot is because they have a very bright run light white light feature. And then when they go to turn mode, they sequentially flash out until they're full at the end in yellow. And that's pretty cool. We like these a lot. And then they have very good durability with good flexibility. So how we wire up our turn signal flasher module, which is this piece right here, this plugs into, let me show you right away here, these connectors. So this is the main connector that goes to the bike itself, and that provides power through the switch. It provides horn, the headlight functions, the power to all of this. That's all handled here at this connection point. This one here is specific and only for the turn signals. So from here down is our new exclusive component, and we give you this is the light bulb that goes into the indicator, the green left and right turn signal indicator on the dash. That's where that plugs in. This plugs into the stock bike connector. And then this module here is new, and that plugs into the turn signals. And why we have this is because, remember back in the old days when you had a turn signal relay, if you converted any of the stock incandescent lights to LED, your bulbs the lights would blink too fast. And so you would just replace that flasher out with the LED specific one, and that would handle it. Well, now in this new generation, we don't have a relay anymore. It's all handled inside of this solid state controller. And so to get the signals to flash at the proper rate, we had to come up with a new module to handle that. So now with this module, and to piggyback to the relay for the headlight, we now have the correct flash pulse rate. So when you combine the tidy tail with either LED front turn signals or your stock incandescent front turn signals, either combination, you'll get the correct pulse rate. And then on our little whip here, you'll notice we have this dual bullet connector. And what that does is allows you to plug our turn signals directly into here, which then powers the run light feature. If you don't use our turn signals, you use some other signals or the OEMs, doesn't matter. If you don't use those, then this bullet connector here will not be used. You won't plug anything into that. You'll just leave that blank. And if you do get our turn signals as part of the kit, they are designed to be plug and play so that it's all integrated into one package. And we sell this as one complete package because all of these things work together to provide the correct pulse rate for the signals, the off function, for the headlight, and the other features that we talked about. So unfortunately, because of this new design, if you have like a turn signal switch, you have the master switch from an old bike, you plug it into the new, it won't work correctly, you won't get an off, your signals may flash at undesirable rates, and like I said, the light itself, the light unit, is the only part that transfers forward from the previous gen. So we just offer this as a kit. It's just easier that way to install it, and we have a video to install this system, and we'll link that below, and we'll link the two videos together. So either, if you're watching either one of these, you'll be able to see more information through that other video. So if you have any questions about the lighting on your bike or this kit or anything else on your new generation or older generation, KTM, Husqvarna, or gas motorcycles, hit us up, shout us a question in the comments, give us a call or send us an email. Like, subscribe, go out, get some adventure.